Damaging wind will continue across southeastern Australia throughout the day on Wednesday before yet another bout of strong wind builds in the west tomorrow. Let's start by looking at the southeast of the country. Here's the pressure pattern for today. Take a note of the isobars, these white lines, and how pitched they are together across the southeast, showing us it's a very windy day. That is reflected with the red wind arrows whistling across from the west as well. Very windy for Tasmania and Victoria, as well as southern parts of South Australia and New South Wales. Unsurprisingly, there are broad damaging wind warnings in place across the southeast, including the Mount Lofty Ranges near Adelaide and far southern parts of South Australia, with wind here expected to ease late this afternoon. Much of central and southern Victoria will continue to see damaging wind gusts through the day on Wednesday, easing off this evening. Southern New South Wales, including the Illawarra and parts of the Sydney area, will also see wind gusts through this afternoon and this evening. And Tasmania will see very strong winds for the north and west coast. Broadly speaking, around these yellow areas, we could expect to see wind gusts around 90 or 100 kilometres an hour through the course of the day today, but some places that could be even stronger. Northern and western parts of Tasmania, including the islands, could see their winds blowing up to 110 kilometres an hour, as could the Illawarra district in southern New South Wales and potentially some of the mountain tops throughout Victoria. With winds of that speed, significant impacts are expected, and we've already been seeing all of these occur last night, overnight and this morning. Trees and branches down, potentially across roads and onto property. Power outages remain possible today across the southeastern states, and damage to loose structures like outdoor furniture, rubbish bins, fences and trampolines, all a possibility with the winds blowing through this strongly. A focus on the warnings for Victoria now, because it's not all to do with wind. If you look really closely, you can see this little black line hugging the coast, and that's showing us a couple of extra warnings on top of the damaging wind warnings. These are coastal hazards warnings. Out here along the western coast from Cape Otway out to the South Australia border, that's a damaging surf warning. Significant large waves expected to impact that coastline here. Around Port Phillip, the Mornington Peninsula and the Gippsland coast, we have a warning for abnormally high tides, as the tidal levels today will be significantly above what they normally are, and that could result in some local coastal inundation for low-lying areas near the water. We'll now jump across to the western side of the country, which is having a more benign day on Wednesday, but that's short-lived. On Thursday, another cold front approaches. That means another spell of rain, another spell of wintry weather, and perhaps most significantly, another bout of strong winds for the southwest of the state. In anticipation of this windy day on Thursday, we have issued another damaging wind warning from southern parts of Perth around the southwest corner of the country through to the Esperance coastline. It will be very windy here starting on Thursday morning, continuing towards the end of the day. Many Australians to be impacted by the strong wind over the next few days, so do stay up to date with your severe weather warning information and your local forecasts at the Bureau website and app. Stay safe, look after each other. Thanks for checking in.